All right, and we are live. Welcome everybody to the SOAR to Scale Workshop. My name is Dr. Connie Scavella. I am your host today, and we are on day one. This is the first day of an entire series that we are going to do for you, and there is a lot of information that we're going to be covering today. I'm so excited to have you all here. Thank you all for participating, and for some of you, it was very last minute. Some of you have been waiting for this for quite a few months. And so we are finally delivering to you a methodology that you can do to build a $1 million business. Does that sound amazing for everybody? Okay, so this is a 5-day workshop. So I want to let you guys know how this whole thing works, why it started, who I am, and who you're going to be by the time this whole thing is over. So I hope you guys are excited to participate in all of this because we have a lot of great stuff planned for you. And we're going to get started right away. As you can see, there is a lot going on behind me, right? This is what the model looks like. This is a model that you are going to learn step by step by step over the next 5 days, and you're going to implement it every time, every day. Okay. So what I want to do is I had a workbook here too. So I want you guys to know that there is a workbook here that you guys can get as well. And I want you to kind of keep an eye out for that. If you don't have the workbook, type down below #workbook. Okay. And we want to get that for you. So I want to go ahead and get started. Let me see who's here. Will you please say hello? Tell me where you're coming in from. Is it your first time? Put number 1. If you've been here before, then let me know that too. And just type the word pro down below. Okay, so we can see who our new people are. Guess what? We have a free gift for all of you who are brand new. It's our welcome gift. It's an awesome thing. Just type #welcome or #new. If you're brand new, you've never been here before, and you didn't get your workbook, your welcome gift, we have that for you. Okay. If you need your workbook, I want you guys to make sure while we're giving you the ground rules that you get your workbook. This is what it looks like. Okay. I want you to go ahead and grab that and make sure that you have that ready. Just type #workbook if you don't have it. You can also go to soartoscale.com, and when you register there, it'll take you right to get your workbook. Okay, so make sure that you do get that. And why are we here? I do want to start with that really quick. Why are we here? I really want to do something for you guys that changes the game. I want this 2023 to be your best year ever. And that is my goal. My commitment is to have your mind blown. I want to shift the way that you think. And if I can shift the way that you think about your business, about yourself, about the market and the economy, I know I can shift the outcome. And so the outcome is for you to be entirely iconic. Okay. And that means you're going to stand out from everybody else. This does mean some of you might get a little uncomfortable, and that is part of my intention. I want to get you out of your comfort zone, and we're going to show you how to do that with a model that actually works. Okay. This is going to be different than anything you've seen. However, that is what's required for you to go from 6 figures or below into the 7-figure mark. Now, I want to know who's here. Say your name, say hello. Let me see who's here. I want to say hi to you guys, but I want you to start thinking in millions. Okay. Now, before we get started, I'm going to ask you guys this a couple times throughout the week. I want you to give me a rating down below, not me personally yet, but I want to give a rating down below. I want you to rate from the scale of 1 to 10. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 means, oh, there's just no way this could ever happen. 10 is, I know I can do this. This is going to work. Okay. What's the question? The question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you believe that you could be a millionaire in a year? What's your number? Okay. Give me your rating based on everything you've done, everything you know up until this point. How convinced are you that you could be a millionaire in a year? So put your comments down below. Let me see what you guys think, because this is 100% interactive. And by the way, you guys, this is going to be fun. We have a whole bunch of prizes coming up. I'm going to tell you about this in just a second. Okay. See all these red tickets? Every time you make different activities, check your workbook and I'll show them to you. There's different prizes that we're going to give. Every time you do some, I'm going to show you the scoring and everything. I'll show you what it looks like, how many points you can get. And the whole goal is each one of these tickets, okay, is going to go into a bucket. And you are going to have a whole bunch of tickets at the end of the week, and each ticket is an entry into our drawing. So we have a massive grand prize drawing. It's called the Grand Renewal. And on Friday, somebody is going to have a grand renewal in their life and in their business because they're going to win a prize valued at over $15,000. So every day this week, we are going to be giving lots of prizes. Today, how we are going to give some prizes is we're going to give prizes for the top 10. Who are the top 10 biggest contributors? So how active are you? Are you making comments? It's okay if you want to stand back and not say anything. I'm okay with that. But if you make comments, even at least one, guess what? You will be eligible for one of our prizes. And I'll show you that prize in just a minute. Every single day, we're going to have prizes. Every single day, we're going to give you freebies, things that are going to grow your business, and they'll stack upon each other. Okay. And so I want you to think about this. Tell me your number. Sherry, I love it. Sherry's a 10. She knows she can do it. She can be a millionaire in a year. Who else? Let me know. What's your number? Do you think you can be a millionaire in a year? Let me know. Are you in line with Sherry? Do you think, well, right now, no way, because I don't have a good plan. I want to see your feedback here. All right. So wherever you're watching, type it in below so I can see that. If you need to click the little link up above for StreamYard, go ahead and do that as well. So here's the thing. I'm talking millions. Okay. Why do I teach this? Because it's exactly what I did over and over and over and over. Now, my question is, can you follow steps? Can you follow 4 steps? That's all I'm going to teach you. SOAR is an acronym, right? SOAR. Okay. We're going to go through all of those 4 steps over this week. But first, I need you to think like a millionaire. Okay. And what does that mean? It might mean something that you are not right now. Maybe there's no way you thought of it. Maybe everybody you know is against you. They say, oh, you can't do that. That's not what's possible. Everybody said that to me too. Okay. But you know where it starts? It starts at $1.67. Think about this. Your journey to $1 million starts at $1.67. How many of you believe you could have $1.67? Yeah, you could earn $1.67. Everybody can, right? Give me a thumbs up if you believe you could earn $1.67. Well, guess what? All you have to do is earn that every minute. That's how you become a millionaire. Okay. So when you start shifting your thinking and realizing it's not so hard, that's really what this is all about. Hey, Julie, Detroit, Michigan. What is that? Auto Central up there, right? Maybe not so much. But yeah, remember all the cars are out there from Detroit. So I'm super glad to have you here. You guys let me know as you're coming in where you're from, and I will try and keep up with the comments in Midtown, she says. Okay. I'll try and keep up with the comments as best as I can. Okay, but I do not multitask very well at all. Okay. So here's the thing. $1 million is entirely possible. I have a formula that I've used 5 separate times in order to get you there. Okay. And so I've also done it in 32 different industries. So I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but what about me? What about me? Well, I can help you with that this week. Okay. So here's the thing. I want you to understand this. Listen really closely, even write it down if you want to. Okay. Here's the thing. Never change your dreams and never change the dates. Only change the distractions. Okay. So if you're like, hey, I've been at this business for 7 years, I can't even get above $70,000. Well, don't change the dream. Okay. And don't change the date. Well, maybe next year, maybe in 3 years instead of 2 years. Maybe I can be a millionaire in 5 years instead of 1. Don't change the date either. Okay. Just change the distractions. And that's what we're going to do. You all have too many distractions, right? Anybody have a little bit of overwhelm going on out there? Maybe just a little. Okay. So we're going to get rid of those distractions. And that is how you can do it. Okay. So again, love these comments and love the feed going on through here. 3Ds, dream, date, and distractions. You got it. I love it. Quick learner, Julie. So here's what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on this. thinking bigger, all right, moving faster, because how many of you are kind of moving a little slow, right? It's not going as fast as you want. We got to go fast, right? We got to go at the speed of a rocket ship, okay? Not at the pace of a roller coaster, and rise higher and then stay there. We are going to stay there. Those are the 4 maxims, okay? So I want you to go ahead and get your workbook out, because that's one of the hints, right? These are the 4 maxims that you need to really grow your business. You've got to think bigger. You have to move faster, okay? And you have to rise higher. You got to get above the noise. You got to get above the people that are distracting you and pulling you down, and you have to stay there, okay? That's what we're going to do. Those are the 4 elements of what we're going to do, okay? If you do need some extra help, if you're like, oh, this is going a little too fast, can you tell I'm a little Italian, a German, and a couple other things mixed in there, so I'm going to talk really fast. But if you want the replays, all you have to do is type #replay. If you want to keep the replays and just watch this over and over and over, become a VIP member. As a VIP member, you will actually get private coaching with me after every show, and we will really dig into your business, and you get 10 other great prizes. There is a link down below. Just type #VIP if you want to know more about that. So let's get started and look at what is this workshop about. And how does it all look? Okay. Because what are we here to do? Again, we're here to soar. Now, there's a difference. Soaring is what you're doing below 7 figures, and scaling is as you get above. This is my iconic team, Angie, Sandy, and Della. They are here in the wings helping you out. They're our flight crew. And our vision is to help you become an iconic leader and live life according to your highest purpose and have a lot of fun doing it. And so we want to create a really fun, interactive environment for you to do all of this. This is the 5-day workshop and how it breaks out. We are looking at those 5 things. I'm going to show you that a little bit closer. And then I put on top of that 4 bonus days, okay? So your goal is to get your workbook, participate, book some calls with us, ask us questions, get involved, do your homework, and win some prizes, okay? Very, very simple role that you have. It's not too complex, okay? And if you're wondering, where's my workbook? How do I get a workbook? Just type #workbook down below, okay? After every day, you're going to do some homework. There's some homework in your workbook, okay? It's not that hard. And today we're going to do a quiz, and then you're going to get prizes. Again, all kinds of prizes. I am going to show you what those prizes look like, okay? So this is going to move at a very fast pace, but basically it pays to play. The more interactive you are, the more likely you are to win the scholarship at the end of the week, and the more points you win. And to understand how these amazing points win, those are just some of the things that you can win and earn, and some of the giveaways that we are giving to you. And if you haven't met me yet, or you don't know me, or you haven't heard my story, my name is Dr. Connie Scavella. I am a 3-time #1 best-selling author. I'll show you all the books as we go along. Here's 2 of them, Power of a Wish and SOAR. And all week, we're going to be giving away all my books. So we've got 3 of them that we're going to be giving away, and then a whole bunch of other things. And so I'm also a speaker. So I've done a lot of speaking, and my best day speaking was earning $436,000 from the stage in 45 minutes. And so if you are a person who wants to speak and get out there and have that kind of visibility, I can definitely help you out with that. And also, I'm a business growth strategist. That's my passion. This is why I'm here, is to help people take their dream, their idea, their thoughts, take them out of their heart and put them out into the world. The more you help other people, the greater you will succeed. So in order for you to have $1 million business, it is the easiest thing in the world, because all you're doing is putting yourself, your content, your intellectual property, your brilliance out into the world. And we are experts at helping you do that. All right. And over this time, we're going to show you, because today, what we're talking about is one vision. Okay. And so here's what happens. You need these 4 things, okay, in 2023 to make more money than you've ever made, okay? There's 4 things you have to focus on, and this is what we're aligned with. Number 1, money, okay? And these are aligned with our principles over here as far as thinking bigger, moving faster, and rising higher. Number 1 is money. You have to be focused on making money. A business is here to make money. It is not to be a philanthropic business, okay? You're here in your business to make money, and we're here to 10x that for you, okay? We call it cubing, okay? Which is 10 to the third power, right? Which is actually greater than 10x, okay? So the mind and the vision are paramount in order for you to have money. That's what we're working on today. We are going to stop the number one block that you have that is holding you back. And when you do that, you will make more money. Okay. So, number one, today, we're starting with your vision. And that vision is how are you going to make that money? Okay. Then we're going to make sure we eliminate anything that's blocking you from it. Number two, you have to have a methodology. What methodology do you use? Well, that's what we're going to do on day 2. And that is that model. That's that $1 million model. Okay. Then we have to get that speed going, right? We have to move faster. That is the momentum. This is where you help other people. This is where everything starts to grow and expand. And then we're going to talk a lot about AI with this on days 3 and 4. You're going to love it. Okay. Stuff you've never seen before. I know some of you saw my other show. But we are going to go over everything, how the principles work and how the new technology works. Okay. And then we're going to go into mastery. How do you master all of this so you can repeat it again and again and again? And this is basically talking about mastering your moments, because if you can't manage the day and the minutes, you can't manage your own year, your legacy. All right. So we want you then to be surrounded by like-minded people. And that is what you're doing here. You're with a whole bunch of networking people. People here are always connecting, right? We have ways that you can promote your business in our group. So we want you to be surrounded by like-minded, iconic leaders, okay? Because that will bring you up. You surround yourself with the people that you're with now, it'll probably bring you down. They don't want you to excel. We are all about excellence and excelling. So I want you to be here every day. We're here for 5 days of training, and then we have 4 days of bonus, okay? So I want to go over that with you. Keep up the comments. Thank you. I love it that you guys are enjoying it. Give me some love, some thumbs up. I appreciate that. And my whole goal is to make sure that you're going to get more out of this than anything you've done in the past. This is our schedule. Okay. For those of you who don't have your workbook, it's in there. Okay. So I want you to know that go ahead and check that. And if you don't have your workbook, this is what we're doing Monday through Friday. Okay. And then we do have some time that we're also going to be working with people on the weekends. Okay. So let's see if there's a couple more. The comments are a little bit fast. I love this one. All right, Sherry, you have the right attitude. Let's make some money. I love it. Okay. So that is what we are 100% focused on today. Now, that's your schedule. Every day we're going to be here Monday through Friday. And these are the first 3 things that we're talking about, right? Today we're going to be working on our vision. Okay. Now we go on day 2, we step into the offer. What is your amazing $1 million offer? This is where we build out the model. And I'm going to show you examples of what works and what doesn't work so you can start building your own. Chances are, if you've been in your business 3 years or more and you haven't crossed the $1 million mark, you need a new model. So this is the right place for you. Okay. Of course, we do have the prizes. I really want you to participate in that. You're going to win points for everything. And participate in the class, do your homework, come for the live drawing. You do have to be present to win on Friday. And let me show you how serious we are about this. Okay. I know that looks scary in the background, but right, you get your tickets for everything that you do. And we have a grid for every single day and every single person. Okay. So whether you answer an email, you reply to a DM with your concierge, if you decide to go VIP, all these things are going to bring points. So we're going to tally it up every day. We're going to see who's leading. And, you know, it can be really, really easy with just one activity to be totally ahead of the game. Okay. So This is how we want you to play and get involved, get excited. And so these are the 5 days, right? Clarify your one vision. That's what we're doing today. We're going to design your one offer, build your one group, and perfect your one meeting. I love that one. And remember, those 2 gray ones, days 3 and 4, are where we're talking a lot of AI. So if you want to really find out how to put it into your business, we're going to show you that. And I have a super cool surprise for you guys on day 4. That is pure AI for everybody. And then on day 5, we're going to really finalize your plan so that you know exactly how to achieve that $1 million. Okay. Now, here's the problem with your vision. I want you guys to put down in the comments, what is your vision? What do you want to accomplish? Right? You're here for a reason. Okay. Well, 2 reasons. Okay. Number 1 reason is something's not working, something is missing, and you're looking for a new solution. Is that right? Okay. So we want to make it go faster, right? Hence the reason SOAR. And you're going to learn more and more about the SOAR formula, especially tomorrow as we build out your model. This is my model. I'm going to show you how to emulate the concepts and the framework behind building this, because now it's $1 million brand. Okay. Soon to be $100 million brand. Now, we want that for you. We want you to stand out and be iconic. The problem is, a lot of people are stuck, right? See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, right? And for a lot of people, you're not getting the right information. You're not seeing the things that you need to see, and you're not able to get heard. Okay, so we want you to get seen, get heard, get paid, and this is exactly how we're going to do it. Now, how many of you still need a workbook? Okay, if you do need a workbook, please type #workbook below. I did a bozo move and left mine on the other side of the house, so we're going to pretend I have mine right here. I thought I did, maybe. Nope, I think I left it somewhere else. But that's okay. That's what happens when you're doing all this stuff, right? I'll sleep tomorrow, as I always say. And if you do want some help with anything, we are here. One of our principles of being $1 million business is intimacy, and we will connect you with you. Have you guys ever been somewhere and you can't figure out, well, I'm just a number, right? Nobody's really talking to me, and I'm not seen or heard or anything. So what we want to do is make sure that you don't feel like you're just a number, okay? And so what we're going to do is, if you have some questions, I want you to just book a call. It's so easy. Just type #call. I don't bite. All right. You can have a 10-minute call. Guarantee you nobody can sell anything on a 10-minute call. And so we're going to audit your process. We're going to find 3 different opportunities in your business and create a strategic plan that's going to remove all of your obstacles. And I want you to stay and participate, because on Friday, we do have the scholarship drawing. Okay. So who will win? Is it you? Okay. So no hiding. All right. We want you to get a front row seat. Get involved, ask questions, because everything we're doing here is free for you. After this, nope, it doesn't work that way. Okay. Then you can definitely work privately with me, but it will have an investment. So today we're talking about singularity, getting really singularly focused on your vision. Do you know what your vision is? Okay. I want to know, do you know what it is? And if you don't know what it is, we want to help you get that clarity. And we're going to teach you how this formula works. And so in your workbook, I want you to go ahead and pull your workbook out. Okay. Because here's the thing. You need a model. You need a formula that you can follow. All right. And this is the formula that we use. It's basically a cube. Okay. And it's 4 different squares. Okay. And there's, you've heard of a 3D model. This is a 4D model. Okay. And this is how you're going to build out your model for success. So what I want you guys to do is, there is in your workbook, there is a quiz. Okay. And I want you to go ahead and get that quiz, turn to that quiz, And I want you to make sure, tell me if you don't have the workbook, go ahead and get that, okay? So we're going to take the quiz really quickly. It's going to take about 5 minutes, maybe 4, and then I'm going to give you the answer, okay? So how does this work? Here's the way this works is life is about 2 things here, okay? In order to get anything and the way you do things, it's based on this. It's based on your behaviors. Okay. So, what are your behaviors? What are you doing? Do you not show up? Do you show up full out? Okay. Are you up and down? And then you need a solution for that. It's that simple. That's the basis of the SOAR formula. Okay. The SOAR is the ultimate freedom formula. Now, the question is, how are your behaviors? What are the behaviors that are blocking you? Okay. And what can we do to free them? All right. So everybody has some blocks. Okay. And we take each of these blocks, right, just like this, and we figure out which one it is. So let's go ahead and take the quiz. Are you guys ready? I'm going to, now, if you want to take the quiz online, you can take it online. Okay. So all you have to do is down below, type #quiz, and you can actually take the SOAR quiz down below. Okay. So just type #SOAR. All right. And if you do that, guess what? That's extra points. The more you comment, the more points you get. Okay. So type #SOAR down below. If you want the quiz, we can get it to you online or we can take it in person. Okay. So let me just check how we're doing on time. Okay. I'm going to do the in the interest of time, and some people are still getting their workbooks. I'm going to let you guys do the quiz either on your own in the workbook, or we will do it on in person with you if you want that. We'll be happy to do the SOAR quiz with you, or you can go online, or you can take it, just in the paper. Okay. But what I want to do is show you the different categories, okay, the different behaviors. You won't know which one is which, right, yet, but I want to show you how the whole thing breaks down, okay? And when you take the quiz, there's, as you can see, everything is color coded, okay? So you have these heads, right? Like pumpkin heads, if you will, okay? So green is S, okay? So the behavior that is blocking you, if you're a greenie, okay, is that you're very much into separation, right? Maybe you feel very stretched, okay? Then you would be green. And I'm going to go into more details on this, right? Purple is the O, okay? The O stands for outsourcing, okay? And you're always looking at other people. What are they doing? What are they thinking? You're the kind of person, if you're a purple head, you're the kind of person who is going to open your phone in the morning and look at Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and you're going to see what everyone else is doing, right? You outsource all your emotions, behaviors, actions, validation to other people. Now, the A is really interesting. That's attachment. Any blue heads? When you find out on the quiz, okay, you could be a blue head. If you're a blue head, okay, and we're going to cover each one of these one day at a time. If you're a blue pumpkin head, then what happens is you're very attached. You could be attached to people. You could be attached to mindsets. You could be attached to a worldview. Maybe you're like super one-sided politically. Maybe you're attached to food. You've got some addictions, or smoking, or not working out, or something like that. Or maybe you have a money addiction. You spend too much money. There could be a lot of things that you get attached to, right? And that's going to hold you back. And then the fourth one, where's my last one here? Okay. There's a lot of heads around here. So this is the fourth one. If you're an orange head based on the quiz, okay, when you take the SOAR quiz, if you're an orange head, guess what? You go back into reversion. You guys know what that means? That means you're always going into the past. You're always like, well, what happened before? How did that work out last time? They did this to me last time. That never worked for me in the past, right? Are you one of those people that are constantly looking back? Okay, so each one of these heads, okay, I don't know if I can get this all in here, right? These are your blocks, okay? And these are holding you back from your success. These are holding you back from your 7-figure year. All right. So what do we have to do? We have to get rid of them. Now, again, please, please, please type in the comments, hashtag SOAR quiz, okay, or just hashtag quiz. And my team will get you the link and you can go there. Or if you're, write it down if you want to, and you can do hashtag, or just go to thesoarquiz.com and then you can take that quiz. Don't do it now, okay? But yes, you'll get some points when you go online and do the quiz. So do it online, make some more points, right? Might as well get some more tickets for Friday's big event, okay? Now, so you have now what these are, right? So if you are in a state of separation, like, oh, I still want this, but I only have this. I still want this, but I want this. You're an S, okay? You're a green head, okay? And this is what we're talking about, especially today when we're talking about vision. If you don't have a clear vision, you're very divided, right? Some days you're up, some days you're down, right? Does that ever feel like you? Okay. Now, when you take the quiz, guess what? It's very specific. You can only be one. Okay. And how many of you feel like you might be a little of all of them? Right? Okay. So it's entirely possible, but there's one that is the big, big block. Okay. So our goal is to get rid of that big, big block. Okay. And so once you find out, you get a clear vision of what is my block, you can really move forward. Okay. And so what we're going to be doing this week is we're going to take you from your block up above to your solution. Okay. And each day we're going to use that and build it into your $1 million model so that you operate from your strength, not from your weakness. Okay. And there are, just so you know, it sounds very simplistic and it is, but there are 3 levels to the SOAR formula. Okay. There's the basic, advanced, and the pro. So as you learn more and you grow more, you could get into much, much deeper levels on how this can be nuanced to really take you there. Right. So for us to take my business from zero, nothing, $86,000 in the hole to 1.4 million, over $174,000 a week, and do that in less than 10 months, in 9.5 months exactly, with no ads. Okay. No, it was no money spent on the business for marketing. Okay. Other than our fingers and our voices. How did that happen? Right. I had to use those principles. Okay. And I had to continue to elevate them. I couldn't just stay at one level. Okay. So SOAR basic is for everyone. I want everyone to do it. I want everyone to get it. In fact, if you're making just one comment, you might actually win the book. I would love for you guys to have the book. Okay. And the top 10 people who put in comments, whoever has the most comments, and will get a copy of this, and you will get notified tonight, because we want this for the people that are live. If you're live, you will get all the goodies. Okay. But if you're still watching as a replay, still do that. Okay. We will have replays for all of you. So if you want the replay, just type hashtag replay and we will get that to you. Okay. If you didn't register, make sure you do get registered. Just say hashtag register and we'll put you in there, because that way we'll automatically get those. And all of the replays, everything that we're going to do is going to go away when we end. And so March 8th, that's next Wednesday, at midnight on the 7th, everything is going to be taken down. Okay. So if you want to know what's my quiz, what is my block? Okay. How do I think bigger, move faster, rise higher? How do I figure out which one of these is holding me back? And then which is the one that is going to set me free? Does that make sense? Okay. So what I want to do, again, if you want the SOAR quiz and you want to take it, again, you'll get points for that. Go ahead and go in here and we will get you the SOAR quiz as well. Okay. And the one thing I want to remind you, if you do want to call, if you need some help, like, Connie, I need help with my quiz, or I took the quiz, but I don't understand how to grade myself, just go hashtag call. Okay. And we will look at what are your blocks. Okay. There's only 4. This is the beauty of this program, right? You can't, how many people, I love Think and Grow Rich, right? I love that book. I love the Mastermind Principle, but there's 17 chapters, 17 ways to get successful. Well, here there's only 4. Okay. Everything that we do, this is our $1 million model. Everything we do is in 4s. Okay. And let me tell you the reason why. This is part of what you guys want to think. There's got to be a story behind what you're creating. Okay. And so you need to have your vision, but you also need to put your story out there. Okay. So I want to end with this, and you guys might need some help with this. This is in your workbook. Okay. Look in your workbook, and there's something called the story arc. Okay. So if you go to your workbook, grab your workbook, look in there as the story arc. And the story makes the model. Okay, we're going to build the model tomorrow. But before we can build the model, we need a story around it. Let me tell you quickly my story, right? So a number of years ago, I got very sick. I had was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I had 6 months to live, and I wasn't even 30. And I know, kind of like yesterday, right? So I was going to die. I had 6 months. And I had a lot of money, and I was very successful in my career, but I only had a little bit of time. So what did I do? I had a new story that I told myself. Okay. And the story was, I'm going to spend every single penny I have. I want my last check to bounce. Okay. So I started making a bucket list. You guys have a bucket list? Right? Who has a bucket list? Like, I want to go to Bali. I want to sleep in a Euro car and travel across Europe. What is your bucket list? Put one of your bucket list items. I would love to see. Okay. I was just planning a trip to Bali just this last week. Okay. Because it's on my bucket list. What's on your bucket list? Okay. Now, in order to get to that bucket list, you got to really have a motivating story to pull you there, right? And in order to get clients, you have to deliver them a motivating story to pull them to you, right? So in my case, I'm under 30. I thought I was living the dream, right? And I was well known. I was successful, had all kinds of money. I was in the right zip code, the right relationship. Everything was perfect, except for I was going to die in 6 months. And so when I started spending all the money, I did really well. Okay, I'll tell you the Ferrari story tomorrow. So you got to come back for that. Just write Ferrari, remind me tomorrow, and I'll tell you. But so I did everything, and within a few months, I healed myself. Right? And how did I heal myself? I started telling myself a different story. I didn't do chemo or radiation or anything, right? I actually changed my mindset. I had a different story. So you have to have a different story that you're going to build to make a new model. And I created a whole new body, a whole new model out of myself, right? And I've never been sick since, never taken an aspirin, ever seen a doctor in all those years. So we have to create a story for you. And your story is what we call a power pitch. Okay, so your power pitch is the thing that sets you apart. Some of you might think of an elevator pitch. Not good. Okay, some of you might have heard the story of okay, I help X do Y without Z. I know you guys have heard that, right? People are teaching that everywhere. It doesn't do anything, right? Let me tell you why that doesn't work. The first word is I. Okay. If we're going to meet and the first thing I say is you're not interested because you're interested in yourself. Okay. So you want to create a power pitch, and the power pitch, look in your notebook. It has 2 parts. Okay. It says know how and show how. 2 parts, know how and show how. This is the basis of a power story that is going to be your power pitch. It's the thing that you lead with that makes all the difference in the world. So you know how a lot of entrepreneurs get into business and they have big dreams, but they soon come to realize they're overwhelmed, they're stressed, they're frustrated, and they're just not happy in their business anymore. Well, I show them how they can take their business and take it from 6 figures to 7 figures in 1 year or less without the stress, struggle, or overwhelm. So they can actually have a business of freedom that feeds them instead of them feeding their business. Do you know anybody who would love that? Right? You probably would love to take your business from 6 figures to 7 figures in 1 year or less without the stress and the struggle and the heartache and the headache, right? So what's your power pitch? this is what I want you to create. It's part of your homework, okay? So here's what you're going to do. You've got homework in your workbook. Okay, again, if you don't have your workbook, type #workbook down below. We're going to create a power pitch. So let me explain that. Take some notes, and then I want you to do it. And then I want you to bring it to class or put it in the homework. Okay. And in the Iconic Entrepreneur group, we have a guides tab, and there's a guides tab up there, and we're going to have it say homework. You got to give us a few minutes after class and we'll put it up there, but it'll say homework. Okay. And then you're going to do this. This is called your power pitch, and this is what's going to set you apart. So let me teach it to you. Okay, listen closely for 2 minutes because it's so easy, but it will make you millions. The know how and show how. Okay, the know how is you know how. Okay, what was the first word? You know how. Okay, so you know how. Now I want you to describe your avatar with that positive adjective and the avatar. So you know how driven entrepreneurs, or you know how busy moms, or you know how spiritually gifted leaders. Okay, what is your thing? What's your avatar? Put it in the comments. It's an adjective about them, like in their future state. What's the aspirational thing about them? You don't want to say, you know how tired, broke, poor, and overworked entrepreneurs, right? We know that's you, but we don't want to, you're not going to listen if I talk with that, right? So you have to say the aspiration, okay? So put it in the comments. Okay, remember, this is interactive because I want to see this so I can help you do this. So by tomorrow, you will have your power pitch done. This is part of your homework, is your block is fixed and your power pitch. Now, go write it in your workbook, but also put it in the comments. What is the adjective and the avatar? Okay, busy moms, driven entrepreneurs, powerful speakers. What is it for you? Who do you work with? Just put it down in the comments. I want to see some of those. Okay. And my team is also here. They are masters at everything we teach, especially the power pitch. So put your comments in there. If you're going to need to get the replay on how this works, no problem. Type #replay. Okay. If you just got here and you still need a workbook, type #workbook. Okay. Because we're going to move really, really fast. Let's see. Oh, Lisa, thanks. I hope you do enjoy the book SOAR. So let me know, who do you help? Adjective and avatar. Adjective, avatar. Let me know. Put that in there. Okay. And okay, so you know how. Adjective, avatar. I'm going to use me as an example here for you guys, driven entrepreneurs, because I think you're all driven and you're entrepreneurs, right? And what happened? Okay, what did you what was the intention, right? You got into business to create a life of more freedom, right? So you know how driven entrepreneurs start their business with dreams of having more freedom. So that's it. Okay, they dream of more freedom. What does your avatar dream of? Why did they what's their vision for themselves? See how easy this is? Okay. So busy, driven entrepreneurs go into business with dreams of more freedom and more wealth. Okay. I'm going to give you different examples so you can kind of pick and choose and find yours. Okay. But then they find what? Okay. This is all about the problem. Okay. In order to have a powerful story, what does every story need? Every good story needs a cliffhanger, right? They need some danger or horror or sadness or problem, right? You know, if it was all happy, 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 you wouldn't watch it. I mean, that's the Hallmark Channel, but even the relationship is going to be on the rocks and then they get back together, right? Okay. That same story arc works in your power pitch too. Make sense? Okay. So you have the adjective avatar. You have their aspiration. Okay, AAA. Adjective, avatar, aspiration. But then, dun, 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 there is a problem, right? Cue the scary music. What is the problem? They find that they're so overwhelmed and they're spending more money on their business and less time with their family. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, so you got the 3 A's and the problem. So you know how my perfect avatar wanted this, but they got this. Okay, that's the first half of your story. That's the first half of your power pitch. Now we have to tie it up, right? Just like any good movie, once there's a problem, right? The hero comes, or the guide comes along. If you're familiar with Joseph Campbell's story arc, okay? The hero is your client. You are the guide, okay? So as a guide, what do? Okay? You show them something, right? You're going to show them how to get out of this problem. So that's the second half in your workbook, all right? So put your stories in there, okay? So what do you show? So remember, first, you know how. The first word has to be you, okay? Don't cheat. Don't think I'm just going to say I help. You got to start with a story. People love stories. It triggers their brain to think in visual pictures. And that is where they take emotional action. If they think in logic, they're only going to look at reasons to not work with you. So you must keep them and their brain in a visual mode. All right. So now you help them. I mean, you show them how to, what do they really want? Right? I know you guys are dreaming of a 7-figure business and there's no way you know how to do it. You have tried way too long. You've followed everybody. Hey, Joe, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm working on a few examples, but I want you guys to kind of play with this, get the replay, and then we're going to work on it. Those of you who are VIPs, we're going to get together after this, and we are going to, if you're a VIP, just type in I'm a VIP. If you decided to go the VIP experience, and we'll get you the link to work with me privately afterwards, and we will hash out your power pitch. Okay, so you'll come in tomorrow with it. Everybody else, put it in. You're going to put it in the homework, and then we can give you some tips on it. And if you put your homework in there, we'll give you the whole framework. Okay, it's like the words, the adjective, everything, and it's so short. You only have to fill in a little bit. So yeah, definitely type #workbook. So we got the first part, you know how. Now we're on the second part, show how. Okay, so I show them how. Now you're talking third person. You're not saying I show you how, okay? Because that's going to put people off. Okay, you say I show them how to do what? What is it that they want? They have a problem that keeps them up at night, and they have a dream. They have an outcome that they want to achieve, right? It's not like I just want more leads. Well, maybe that's it, but there's something bigger than that, right? You have to be their iconic guide, not just the ad person, right? So what's bigger than that? Like, sure, you guys all want to have, a few more clients, but I really rather take you to 7 figures in a year, right? That's huge. Okay. So I show you how to go from 6 figures to 7 figures. Okay. That's the outcome that would be ideal. Without what? Without the stress, the struggle, and the sacrifice that they have had to put into their business so far. Okay. So what is this? What is the without? Okay. Now, if you don't have a without doing something, you can also do a so that. I take you from 6 figures to 7 figures in 1 year or less so that you can have a life and a business of freedom without all the stress, struggle, and overwhelm. Okay. It's really, really simple. Okay. Yep. #VIP. If you are a VIP, if you want to get VIP access, just say, you want VIP, and we will hook you up with the link and get you in here. Okay. So that's your power pitch. Let me tell you, it is miraculous. Last time I did a workshop, I had a gentleman who was actually doing classes for kids. And he actually just said, I'm going to figure this out. He studied every single word. He got all the replays. He watched it over and over and over. And he made $10,000. He couldn't sell for about 3 months. Nothing was working. And honestly, he's pretty bad. And then he did the power pitch. And he goes, oh my God, Connie, it changed. And he had a $10,000 sale during our event, during our workshop, right? And this was like the kind of person who's like every minute, how about this? 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 I'm like, okay, no, tweak it here, do this, do this. And then he had a pitch, he had a presentation, and he did it, and he made $10,000 off of one power pitch, right? It's less than 40 seconds, okay? And it will make you money. There's so many nuances in why it works, but starting with the you first, okay? The I second. You talk third party. You never talk at the person you're speaking to. And then, okay, so help you get from 6 figures to 7 figures in 1 year or less without the stress and the struggle and the overwhelm. And then you say the magic question. What's the magic question? Write this down. The magic question is, do you know anybody like that? Right? Do you know a driven entrepreneur who got into business with big dreams, wanting big money, and they only got frustrated and they spent more money and their time, and that would want to be shown how to go from 6 figures to 7 figures in a year without the stress, struggle, overwhelm, and all that expense? Do you know anybody like that? Well, yeah, here's the thing that's going to happen. You're going to have a couple different options, usually only 3. Okay. Number 1, they're going to go, not really. Okay. What does that tell you? It's a lousy power pitch. It's lousy. Okay. You didn't hook them. Okay. And trust me, we work on this a lot with my clients. Okay. And we test it a lot. Okay. We have our clients 7 days a week, 7 times a week, go out and continue to test and make sure and refine it. Right. And we teach you how to get test subjects to refine it with. Okay. So then the magic question is, do you know anybody like that? They will say, nah. And then, okay, that's a dud. That one didn't work. Or they'll go, yeah, that's like me exactly. How do you do that? Okay. And then, or they'll go, oh my God, I know the perfect person you should talk to. Okay. That's it. Those are the only 3 outcomes that you could have. No. And they're like walking away. Or number 2, you're talking to me. It's like you had me at hello. You're reading my diary. Okay. And they feel so connected with you because you're on the same page. All right. Or the third one is you described it so well that they know that person, like their friend that never wants to go out because they're always working, or their spouse, or somebody who's always complaining of how hard it is in business. They're like, oh, you should talk to so-and-so. Okay. That's what this does. Okay. Hardly ever when I use a power pitch do I get somebody that says, nope, I don't know anybody. Okay. Because we describe it so clearly. Okay. But if you were to do what even the biggest coaches in the world tell you to do, which is I help so-and-so get so-and-so without so-and-so. Okay. What do you do with that? Right? There's no hook. There's no story. It's not stimulating. It's not charismatic. It's like, oh, you can do that. Wow. Right. I help, I help shop owners get more foot traffic in their business, without spending more money. Boring. Okay. You got to sexify it up. You got to use a power pitch. I've done this in every single industry. Just help an amazing guy in the HVAC industry. Okay. And so it's just so fun. It can work in that. It can work in coaching. It works in real estate. We have an amazing person in real estate here. We have somebody in dentistry who has an awesome power pitch. So if you guys are here and you have a power pitch, put it down. Anyone who already has their power pitch, type yours down below and give people some examples. But this is something that you can either get right away or you work on it. What's the difference? If you're so in tune with your audience, you know exactly what they want, okay, and what they're looking for. You know their words, their messaging. It's like when they wake up in the middle of the night, you're almost like right there next to them, like, hey, what happened? What's going on? What's bothering you? Okay, the power pitch is about 2 things: a problem and a solution. Okay, they have a problem, you have a solution. Your solution is their outcome. Okay, so they have a problem, They want an outcome. You have the solution. That's it. Problem, outcome, solution. Now we just wrapped it into a story that doesn't ever feel like a pitch. I was on a podcast recently with a number of other speakers, and everybody came on. And you know what everybody did in their introduction? They all said, I help so-and-so do so-and-so without so-and-so, right? Every single one of them. And then when I came on, I said, well, you know how? Okay. Every time you say it like that, right? There's, you get to dance it up a little bit with the inflection, like, you know how, and then you're listening, aren't you? But if I say I help, don't you kind of just roll your eyes? Like, here comes your pitch. But you know how this kind of person, you know how driven entrepreneurs, and then you perk up like, yeah, that's me. I'm a driven entrepreneur. Yeah. I got into business to have more freedom and more money. Yeah. Yes. I'm totally overwhelmed. I'm totally spending too much money. I'm getting no results and I never see my family. That is so me, right? Okay. Well, I will show you how to take that business from 6 figures to 7 figures in 1 year or less. Even if you couldn't do it for 20 years without the stress, struggle, and overwhelm. Do you know anybody like that? Now, if you aren't saying, yeah, that's me. That's me. I want that. Okay. I don't know how. Okay. The how is not in the power pitch. Okay. That's part 2. Okay. Don't worry about the how. Don't put your methodology in there, right? Notice I don't say with the SOAR formula. Don't do that. Okay. You will lose everyone. Okay. So that's the magic of the power pitch. That alone will make you $10,000 in a week. Okay. So today, what have you learned? Hopefully I got you to $10,000 in a week. Oh, good. You guys are putting some in here, Joe. I love it. I'm going to come back. It's really hard for me to read comments. But I can see that you've got one. I love it. Who else has one? Put them in here. You guys, this is so important. This is the foundation, right? This is the one vision. Okay. We got to get rid of your blocks. Okay. And this is what we're working on, the green one today, right? It's the separation. We're all over the place. You need one singular focus. Okay. And tomorrow we're going to make one singular model. This offer that we're going to make is going to blow your mind. Okay. But we can't make that offer without a story that supports it. Okay. So, SOAR, right? When I was sick and had my cancer and all of that, a couple years later, while I fixed my body, I didn't fix the cause of why I got cancer. It came back 3 years later, right? And that time I had a near-death experience. And in that near-death experience, I basically, once I died, I kind of floated up my body, right, above, and I could see everything. I was in Denver. I could see the streets and Colorado Boulevard, and I could get a little higher, and I saw Wash Park, and then I could see the Broncos Stadium, and I kept going higher and higher, and I had such an amazing vision. I could see so much, right? And I was so light. I didn't have all these burdens. And that's what, as entrepreneurs, we have. We're so weighted down. Okay. But when you can get free of that, then you have this amazing vision. And this is what I do with my clients, right? I have this uncanny gift that I didn't have before of being able in 15 seconds to see where your level of consciousness is. I can see what your stuck point is. I know exactly what you need to do to get out of it. I know where you are in the process because there's a predictable human behavior of pathway of the mind that you're going to go through to try and get out of your problem based on where your starting point is. I can see all that in 15 seconds. And then I can look at any business at this kind of heavenly view, and I can look down and see, oh, you just need this, and you need this, and you need this. There's a lot of this, and I explain this a lot in here and SOAR. Like when I am in the boardroom, and I see all these things laid out, that's what I do with my clients, right? I can take a look. I don't care how stuck you've been, right? Like I tried this. I went with the big heavy hitters. I did all this. I did too. Right? I'd spend $100,000 in one program. I spent over $500,000 to get educated, lost at least half of that following those plans. But then I did this, right? I went back to my model. And that is how I made $1 million plus in 9.5 months from negative 86,000. I say zero because it's the same thing, right? Okay, so you're going to take the SOAR quiz, thesoarquiz.com, or just type SOAR quiz. We'll send you the link, okay? So check your DM. Remember, you get points for every DM and all that kind of stuff. Everything you do, all your participation is going to get you more tickets, right? I hope this whole thing is empty by the time we get to the end of the week. And, oh, I forgot to tell you the best part. Okay, so somebody's going to win a scholarship for $15,000, okay? And there's prizes along the way. 10 people today are going to get a copy of the SOAR book based on your participation today. The top 10 contributors are going to get a copy of this book, okay? And we will give you the link to SOAR. But all of these points, okay? What if you aren't the winner on Friday at 5 o'clock? And you didn't, but you got all these points. Remember our little chart that we had as far as showing you how we're going to track this. I'll see if I can find this for some of you that are new. We're tracking every single day. We're going to fill this up, right, with all the little ways that you can make money. There's 30 different ways that you can get points. We're going to fill those up and add them up. And at the end of the week, you will have a total number of points. If you win, awesome. Okay. If you didn't win, still awesome. Why? Because we're going to 10x your points. We're going to 10x your activity. We're going to reward you for playing along. Okay. Because you have to be all in your business. Might as well be all in here too. Okay. So you have to play along. Let's say at the end of the week, you have 140 points, okay? Let's say you have 140 points, but you didn't win the scholarship drawing. So you can take those points times 10. What's that? 140 times 10, 1,400 points. Guess what? That equates to $1,400 that you can apply to any of our products or programs, right? I do this for free and Iconic TV every Tuesday for free because I want you guys to scale and grow your business. And hopefully if you get enough exposure to me, you will decide, wow, she actually knows what she's doing. She's not weird. Well, maybe a little weird. Yeah, I think I'd want to work with her. And I hope some of you do, okay? I'm not for everybody. I'm usually your last stop. You probably tried a bunch of things before and got really frustrated. I'm usually the last stop, not the first stop. If you're brand new, wet behind the ears, just came out of college and you're 22, I am not your girl, okay? We'll talk. So that's the end of today. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. We're going to go through the SOAR model. We're going to build your model out tomorrow. We're in the O, okay? Where's the O? Okay. So we are all in the big O. We're all going to have a big O tomorrow. Build out your offer. It's the funnest thing. Okay. Everyone's going to have something different. And that's the beauty of it. Okay. Remember, we can build any kind of business because the foundations and the principles work. So what you have to do is check. We have a new link every day. If you're going to be coming in, you can come in here, but get the link. There's a generic link. If for some reason you can't get into the Facebook group that day, there is a link. The link is different every day. So make sure you connect with your concierge. There's 3 of them. It's either Angie or Della or Sandy. And you can talk to me too. Some of you got some voice messages from me. I always like to talk to you guys, but be here tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Okay. Bring your power pitch and know your block. What's the singular block, okay, that you have that's holding you back. Okay. Once we know that, you will soar. Okay. So the SOAR quiz and your power pitch. Work on those tonight. Do your homework. There's going to be a guides tab in the group. It'll be easy to find, and put your homework in there so we can give you more points. I think homework gets you like 10 points. If you want to go VIP, it gets you 50 points. Okay. So have a great night, everybody. I'm super thrilled to have you all here. I hope you got something out of this. We are going to double it tomorrow. Okay. See you later. Bye.